So welcome back to our Wednesday Q&A, Women Health Q&A. This month we're talking about factors that affect your weight or your client's weight that have nothing to do with calories in, calories out. And part of this, what I'm going to spend today talking about is what instigated this question. So I had a situation a few months ago in a group setting with multiple other trainers where one trainer picked an overweight celebrity and just stated emphatically that they weren't healthy simply because of the celebrity's size. Now, the issue with this is someone's size and how much body fat they wear is only one risk or one indication of health. It's on par with, say, high blood pressure, but high blood pressure doesn't get the same stigma and discrimination and sort of cultural judgment or like societal judgment that carrying weight does. So I was actually really shocked because she's quite an experienced trainer. It was overly simplistic and it was deeply anchored in an idea that's been disproved over and over, where you can't be overweight and healthy. So studies from as far back as the 1950s showed that obesity rates between bus conductors and bus drivers were the same. The rates of chronic disease, including heart disease, were much lower, significantly lower in the bus conductors. So even though they were the same size, the fact that a bus conductor in those days got on the bus like 3 steps up, wandered the length of the vehicle, and then got off the bus and stood at the bus stop for the next one, that physical activity in their job was enough to protect them from heart disease, regardless of their weight. And this was a study done in 1950, okay? Or around 1950, 1950s. So in infertility studies, and like this is not just relevant for people who want kids, fertility is a indicator of overall health in men and women. In fertility studies, it's been demonstrated that there are a few main reasons for infertility, one of which is obesity, but the others include being underweight, heavy drinking, smoking, chronic stress, environmental toxins and endocrine disruptors, so PFAS, microplastics, etc., and a sedentary lifestyle. So you can be a normal weight and have a sedentary lifestyle, and that is going to affect your health and your fertility, okay? It's on par with obesity. We cannot just say someone's overweight, therefore they're unhealthy, because it's not true. So more than being healthy, someone who's quite overweight, if they're active, are probably really fit and really strong, okay? More so than some underweight, underfed, undernourished trainer. I've trained alongside 100 kilo plus men and women in many of my overseas adventures, climbing mountains, cycling through New Zealand, etc., etc. I've loaded them with 20 kilo packs or more. And I've made them repeat 1,000-meter climbs, and they absolutely gain fitness the same way we do. And even more, they're gaining more than us because they have to lift 100 kilos plus up 1,000 meters. I only had to lift 60 or 70 kilos up 1,000 meters. Now, like this stigma has to go, and fitness trainers, personal trainers have to be at the front of it, because we're the one perpetuating the untruth, and we're the ones discouraging people who are overweight from joining exercise in the first place. They feel like they have to lose weight to be included in a gym environment, and that's bullshit. They need to be welcome at any size and at any fitness level. So just think about how strong you have to be to carry 100, 120 kilos up 1,000 meters in Nepal while carrying a 20 kilo backpack and walking for 6 hours or more. So I'm not sure I could physically do that. They're amazing. So to reiterate, fitness is not a look, okay? I may look fit, But some of my overweight clients and this particular celebrity we're talking about are probably fitter and stronger than I am. And this trainer is correct in the sense that obesity does negatively affect health, but so does chronic stress. So, how does shaming people into not coming and exercising help anybody? It actually genuinely does not. It's unhelpful to compound the stress and pressure felt by many everyday women and making their weight the only thing that matters in their health. Okay, it's just one modifiable risk factor for health. Okay, being overweight does not make you unhealthy. There's a dozen other things that we can do for someone to improve their health that have nothing to do with weight loss. So I would prefer that we got started with eating enough fiber, getting enough protein, getting enough sleep, addressing chronic stress. So stress and sedentary lifestyle are on par with obesity for negative health impacts. So if we can get someone active and balancing their stress levels, then that's probably more powerful than losing weight. We need to address hormone imbalances, optimize their blood sugar, restore a natural diurnal rhythm. We need to improve gut health because diversity of their gut health has an impact on their weight. Now, I didn't want to lecture you too long today, so I'm going to leave it at that, the introduction. But the fact is, we're going to look this month about things that affect weight that have nothing to do with the calories you eat or your clients eat. Okay. There are ways of modifying behaviors to address these issues that will then have a knock-on effect to your weight. But 9 times out of 10, it's not your fault that you're overweight. It's an environmental issue, a hormonal issue, a gut health issue, a stress issue, a mental health issue. And addressing those things, if weight loss is your goal, is important, but you can also absolutely be overweight and healthy. And you should not feel shame and you should not feel excluded from exercise if you are overweight. And that is a message for all personal trainers out there to pull your socks up and start being more inclusive.